Okay, there were two men. There were two men who worked together side by side, shared an office space for many, many years. One man's name was Joe, and the other man's name was Harvey. And Joe was an avid churchgoer. Joe went to church every Sunday. Harvey never went to church. And they worked together for years in the same company, shared cubicle space. And one Monday, Harvey comes in and he says, "Joe, you'll never believe it. I went to church on Sunday." And Joe turns around to Harvey and says, "Man, way to go, Harvey. So proud of you. Man, that's so good." And then Harvey says, "But Joe, here's the problem. You know, I went to the church and church was nice and all of that, but the preacher said some things that really bothered me. Like the preacher was talking about all of the benefits that come to people who believe in Christ, and then all of the things that people who don't believe in Christ, all of the stuff that they've missed out on." And Joe replied and said, well, sure, that's what it's about. And Harvey burst out passionately and said, "But Joe, you cannot believe that." And Joe replied and said, "No, yes, I do." And Harvey replied and said, "Well, no, you don't, Joe. No, you don't. Joe, you don't believe that." And Joe said, "No, Harvey, yes, I do. I'm a believer. I've been to church my whole life. Don't mess with my religion because I take it seriously." And so, Harvey, "Yes, I do believe that." And Harvey shook his head and said, "Joe, you can't believe that. Because if you really believed it, you couldn't work beside me all of these years and know that I don't have a relationship with God and you not say anything to me about it." This is what it means when it says that Jesus had to go through Samaria. He had to. See, God cares about people. And the truth of the matter is if John, the gospel writer, if he was writing this gospel today, instead of Samaria, it would be a lot of the groups that we marginalize and castigate and label. Because God cares about people. And if we claim that he lives in us, but we don't care about others, we need to re-examine our salvation.